George Rose, mate. Beautiful day. A few workouts, mate. Nikita Tszyu-Oscar Diaz, firstly. Good little fight. Good card as well.
Yeah, look, perfect day to be here in Newcastle to launch fight week. At a massive NRL game. The Knights and the Rabbitohs will be a huge game. We've had a massive crowd coming through here and everybody's been getting around the ring and getting excited for the fight that comes ahead. A lot of people are interested in how Nikita's actually going to go against his first world-ranked opponent. So a very tough fight for Nikita, but I think here in Newcastle in particular, the Zoos are very, very tough to beat.
Good card as well. Callum Peters, a tough fight as well.
Yeah, look, Callum's stepping into the deep end. Callum showed that he's levels above the guys that he's been fighting, and as a guy just stepping into his pro career, those are the fights that he's got to have to really test himself, and he's shown that he's levels above him. So we've got to step him up and see where he's at. He's still very early in his career. He's still very young. So it's a huge opportunity for him to test himself against this tough opponent, but also to see where he's at, and we can plan his future going forward from here.
What are you made of Nikita Tszyu the past couple of weeks, man? A lot going on in the Tszyu family. What are you made of how he's sort of handled all that?
I think one thing about Nikita is that he's able to shut off the noise really well. And for a guy who was forced to be a star of Australian boxing from his debut, a guy who's very much a loner. He keeps to himself. He does his own thing. He's very, very at one with nature. So being a part of this, it's something that's not how he lives his life. So I think he handles it very well, and I think that he's someone who can shut off the noise well, even though this is probably the most noise close to home that he's had leading into a fight. I think he's handled it well, and I think he's stayed focused. He looks fantastic, and we'll see how he actually performs come Wednesday night.
What have you made of the past couple of weeks, Tszyu?
Look, it's been, while ever people are talking about boxing, it's great for me. I don't care, good, bad, ugly, someone else. If people are talking about boxing, it's great for Australian boxing. So hopefully everything gets sorted out in a good, respectful manner. But we'll play it by ear. My job is to promote fights, and that's what I'll keep doing, and I'll keep doing it well.
About the team up there with Jeff Fenech, that's a promoter's dream, George. But what did you make of the pairing? What do you make of that pairing?
I think it is. I think it's great. I think Jeff's a very vocal person. He said that he wanted, someone who can shout at him in the corner. I know Jeff does that very well. We've got a few guys in Australian boxing who do a great job of that, and I think Jeff is one who's very vocal in the corner, and he will continue to be very vocal in the corner. So I think it can only be a plus, and whatever works, I hope they get the win.
All right, Tszyu-Errol Spence, mate. Massive announcement this morning, mate. Thoughts on that fight, and also Tszyu's back and forth, that trash talk there as well.
Yeah, I loved it. I thought the energy was great between the pair of them. I thought there's a hell of a confidence from both sides. So knowing that they're both coming to win, they both know what sits on the other side of this. This makes the guy the star of the division. The winner is the star of the division, regardless of a world title. So that's something really impressive, and I think they both know it. They're both looking for wins. Errol's looking for a win coming off the back of his last fight. Tim's looking for a win to step back into the limelight in this division, and it can only make for a great showdown in July 26.
A disrespectful fuck, Errol Spence.
I love that line. I thought it was a great line, and I thought it was within the context of the press conference too. I thought, Errol stood his ground and then Tim stood his. So it showed that they're both going to stand their ground. They're not going to take a backward step, and that's why I think that it's going to play so well leading into the fight, is that neither of these guys will take a backward step.
Nice one, George. And when can we expect to see the details, mate?
Very soon. Next couple of weeks, we'll announce the venue, location, everything. You'll get the exclusive after we announce it.
There you go. Thanks, George.